Hey everyone, welcome to the Wreath Workshop. It is Wednesday in the Wreath Workshop. I go live every Wednesday afternoon about 4:30, sharing with you a new project. And today we are going to be making a beautiful wreath with all of this goodness. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Ashley Greenwood. I have an online floral shop that I host on the Etsy platform. I am a former teacher turned wreath maker / small business owner, and now I am sharing my love of wreath making with you guys. So let's get started. First, I want to share with you what exactly we are using today in our wreath. I'm not going to use a bow. Shocker. I'm going to make a wreath without a bow today. I'm kind of excited about it. It's fun to try different things, right? So our focal flower, well, really our focal is going to be this beautiful spray that I got from Hobby Lobby. Hello, how are you? I don't think that they have this anymore, at least not in my store. I was actually trying to get another one to use two on a wreath, but I couldn't find one. So we're going to be deconstructing this just a little bit to add to our grapevine wreath. Adding these beautiful dahlias. I think they call these dinner plate dahlias. I love them. I love the color. It's going to be super, super colorful today. We also have these really pretty zinnias. I love these. I love how the colors vary on these. These came from Michael's. So these are from Michael's. This is from my wholesale account. This is from Hobby Lobby. Now let's talk about greenery that we're going to use. I got this from Michael's. I have been dying to use this greenery, and I think the yellow in this grass is going to look really well. Going to work really well with all of the yellows in here. So we're going to add this. Might be using this little bush. I grabbed a bunch because I never know what I'm going to be using to create with. And then we have this bush that I cannot remember where it came from. Probably a wholesale account. I really like this a lot. And then one more greenery. This is a hanging bush. I think it's called mini ficus. It came from Michael's. Yeah, beautiful colors. I'm so excited to use them. So let's get started. I'm going to set all of this aside. Today we will be using a 14-inch grapevine. It's a little bit smaller. It's one of the Michael's ones that I'm trying to get rid of because I really don't like them. But I'm bound and determined I'm going to use them. We're not wasting anything in this workshop. The reason that I don't really care for this grapevine is it's extremely tight. I've noticed with Michael's it's either extremely tight or it's way too gappy. Drives me crazy. I'm so glad you got a chance to tune in. I sent out an email. Give me a heart or a thumbs up or something to let me know if you got the email that I was going live this afternoon, because I would love to know. 14-inch grapevine. I already have my hanger on it. Oh, I see some hearts. Good. I just use a simple pipe cleaner as my hanger. Not a big deal. Let's start by first greening the wreath. Let me put my cute little bucket aside. Oh, good. Someone else got it. Awesome. So as you come in, I would love for you to let me know where you are watching from and what your name is. I can never remember anyone's name on TikTok, so I apologize if you've already told me and I don't remember what it is. You know, when we made our Facebook accounts, we made our Facebook accounts with our face and our name so we can associate it, but I can never remember, ever. Okay, we're gonna take this and cut it apart. This is gonna be our first greenery. I really like this bush because it is a pusher. Pusher means you can push it up and down. You can make it as fat as you want to, or you can make it as long as you want to. Hello, Connie from Texas. Hey, Jen from North Carolina. Hey, Joy. Welcome. Yeah, I love it. I've been dying to use it. I ordered it online from Michael's because in our town, we only have a Hobby Lobby, and I have to go like an hour to get to the Michaels. Hey, Janice from Kentucky, welcome. Oh, good, you got the email. Awesome. Hey, New Jersey, welcome. Welcome to the Wreath Workshop. I try to go live every Wednesday. My goal was at 4 o'clock, but when I picked up our son from high school, he found this coupon card that had a McDonald's chicken sandwich on it. And he begged. So we went through McDonald's. I got a Happy Meal. Probably not the best choice, but I was really, really hungry. So I'm going to be sipping on my Happy Meal drink while I work this afternoon. Off camera, right there, I have a glue skillet. That is what I use instead of a glue gun. Glue guns would burn me so much that I finally just got tired of being burned and gave a glue skillet a try. It's been a game changer in my wreath business. If you want to know which one I recommend and what they look like, check out the link in my bio to my Amazon storefront. You can go there and just see what does it look like. Maybe you can find it locally for you. All right, I have pushed up my pusher. Got a long stem on there. So let's decide something. I can make this 14-inch grapevine ginormous, okay? You know, I mean, really, I can make it ginormous. I don't want it to be quite that ginormous. So I'm gonna make it go probably about like this. The design that I am working on today does not have a bow, which is a little bit unusual for me. I'm going to use these really big pink dahlias in the place of my bow. So it's going to be all floral. So let's get started. This is a little bit too long. I do like to keep them long, but that's a little too much. And I'm going to start at the top and just kind of green around. This is going to be a crescent wreath. Dipping it in my hot glue skillet over here. Everyone wants to see the hot glue skillet, but once it is hot, I am not moving it because it really, really, really does get hot. Okay, so we're starting out at there. Let me turn this down just a little bit. A hot glue skillet is fantastic in any kind of craft that uses a lot of hot glue. It's just easier to me to use that instead of using a glue gun, but it can start to smoke if it gets a little too hot. So you just watch it. If it begins to smoke, just turn it down. It's not a big deal. Let's come over on this side. I'm going to go all the way around, excuse me, this side. I'm placing my stems on the side in the back. I love a pusher. Pusher means you can push them up like this. Always look for it. Oh my goodness, thank you, Teresa, for sharing my video. I appreciate that. So I taught kindergarten, a little bit of first grade, mostly kindergarten, and then I ended up in a 4K classroom before I decided to concentrate on my small business, working in my wreath workshop. And oh gosh, I totally forgot what I was gonna say. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I tease and say that if I can teach a 4-year-old how to cut with a pair of scissors, which is really tricky if you've never done that before. If I can teach a 4-year-old how to cut with a pair of scissors, I can teach you how to make a bow. So just coming all the way around. Putting it on the side, a little bit towards the back side, okay? All right. Now I'm going to start here on the bottom and go back up. I'm just defining the line, the outside line of the wreath. It's basically like the barrier or the boundary line of where you're going to be putting things. The bigger you get, the more you have to fill. But that's okay. I got lots and lots of product. What am I using for glue? Outside of the camera is a glue skillet, a hot glue skillet. I simply put in my favorite glue sticks and they melt, and I dip my stems into it. I never clean it out, ever. Oh gosh, I need to be writing down. Hold on. Listen, one thing you need to do if you are a wreath maker, keep track of your tags for what you put in there, so at the end, you can add it all up. Almost forgot. So I use a glue skillet. I put in I am adding them along the grain of the grapevine. Okay, you're not gonna poke it straight through because then they won't stick very well. You're gonna run it through the grain of the grapevine. Cutting this a little short. I keep them pretty long, but that's a little bit too long. There we go. Okay, I think I'm gonna just add one more, maybe two more pieces right here. I only want to use one bush of this, because the more product you put in it, the more expensive your creations are going to be. So you have to keep that in mind. Okay, so let's put this one right there. Yep, I'm going for it. Now, I don't want to put it in straight into the grapevine. I want it to run with the grain of the grapevine. So I'm going to give it a little bend like this, and then push it down and bend it perfect like that. Because I like grapevines, have you made a dog paw grapevine wreath? No, but that sounds adorable. That would be great for my brother's vet business, but I haven't done that. You should totally do it. Show us how you make them. So I have two pieces. I have two pieces left. I'm just going to set these aside so that if I need to go back in and add more, I can, okay? Next, let's I love this greenery. Isn't that pretty? Let's add a little bit of this. So wreath making is really all about trying something new, putting things together that you may not have thought of, and just having fun. I love this greenery, but it is not a pusher, okay? That means these little pieces, these little twigs, they are all stationary. They are not gonna move. It's kind of a bummer. You made 3 dog paws today? Oh my goodness. I should totally try it. Of course, I would have to buy more wreaths, and I'm trying to go on a wreath buying hiatus. Where did I get the greenery? Okay, so the yellow grass came from Michael's. This came from a wholesaler, but I can't remember which one. The tag doesn't really help me, so I don't know. Okay, wait, I know what I'm gonna do with this one. Hold on. I need one coming off this way. Let's go ahead and add it. Pushing this all up so it's all full and pretty. I'm gonna add just a little bit of glue from my glue skillet. Again, if you don't know what that looks like, go to the link in my bio. I linked to the one that I love the most because I tried to be a cheapie and buy an inexpensive one. It did not work. It didn't work at all. I threw it away. Actually, I think I kept it because, you know, I'm a hoarder like that. I'm going to put this last one down here going out. So what I've done is I've made a C shape for the crescent wreath. Thanks so much for following me. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I kept it. I kept it just in case I have like a real emergency and I have to get that bad boy out. So we're going to slide this one right here. There we go. All right, now let's add this pretty piece. So I'm going to take these pieces, I've cut it in half. This was one branch and I cut it into two pieces just to make it bigger and make it more. And I'm going to add them in between the yellow grass pieces. We're just filling out our line. Let's put that right there. This piece is a little bit smaller. So let's add it right here. So this week has been a big week. This week and next week, it's just gonna be a really big and busy week for our family. Our oldest is graduating high school. Praise the Lord. He did it. We were really worried there. I'm not even gonna lie. We're really worried that he wasn't gonna be able to pull it out. But he did. So he is graduating high school. That means we have lots of different ceremony things to go to, which I'm here for it because I'm excited. Today I registered him for his college classes for in the fall. We were a little late to that game too, but we registered him for his college classes, which he, you know, he didn't really understand what we were doing. When I asked him, you know, do you want to take all your classes on one day or do you want to, you know, split it up a little bit? Do you want to start class at 8? Do you want to start class at 9:30? He was like, what? What do you mean? Like he didn't realize there was a choice. Like, yeah, there's a choice, but you got to show up. You have to show up. This is no joke. So we'll see. We're going to see how it goes for him. Tomorrow is his last day of high school, which he was done a long time ago. It's his last day of high school, which I have not been sad about yet because honestly, it was such a struggle to get him through high school. I hope I'm not the only mother who's had that experience. It was such a struggle to get him through high school that I'm really not sad that it's his last day. The diesel mechanic, right? Yes. Yes, that's what we did today. He also wants to take some business classes for when he opens his own shop, which he's going to do. He's going to do it. He's going to be very successful because he's very determined and very confident. Cracks me up. All right, I need to add just a few more pieces. I'm adding these really pretty wispy greens in between the long pieces. And I'm trying to find a better place to record my videos. I am working out of our home. I am in the room over the garage. And, you know, slopey ceilings, as you can see. There's not a whole lot of space. But this is where I'm going to be for a while. So I'm trying to think of a better place to go live. I'm still thinking about it. Let's take these little pieces and I'm going to add them to the inside of the wreath because it also needs to be greened as well. Just dipping it in my hot glue skillet. Getting them secured into the grapevine. This is a no bow wreath. It's kind of different. Same with your nephew. He just barely made it. Yeah, man, it's been... He just barely made it. But honestly, that has been his personality since the day he was born. Just doing his own thing. But he's going to be very successful. I just know it. Here is another long piece. I'm going to add it right here. Remember, I'm sliding it in with the grain of the grapevine. Oh my goodness. I've got a few more pieces that I'm going to be putting right here. And when I add these pieces, I'll show you guys up close what it looks like. Pushing that over a little bit. One more piece. Trying to find a good spot to put it in. There we go. All right, so we have greened the wreath. Okay, we've got greenery on the outside and on the inside. Can I do one with sunflowers? Sure, I would love to do one with sunflowers. I'm actually planning on doing like a monthly theme with my little teaching group here. Hello, Mexico, welcome. Junior in college, oh my goodness, an architect. You know my story about an architect, right? That's what I thought I was gonna, I wanted to be an architect my whole life until I realized you had to do a whole lot of math. Not my thing. All right, so next, let's add, so here's my thinking. I plan on adding probably 3 of these beautiful pink flowers to the middle where the bow would normally go. And then I'm gonna cut this apart, put one piece going up and one piece going down. That's the plan. Let's cut off 3 of these. These came from a wholesaler. Their name is Pioneer. I love them. They have beautiful, beautiful florals. Buying wholesale means that you must have your business license. So you got to take care of that. Now, do I want to leave the greenery or not? Let's decide. Sometimes I leave the greenery on just to take up space. The name of the wholesale company is Pioneer. Beautiful, beautiful things. Beautiful catalog, beautiful website. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna leave the leaves on. I just pushed them way up. Okay, so we're gonna make one go here, here, and here. Let's start with this one. Let me put over here on this side. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Oh my goodness. These are gorgeous. Pushing the leaves up just to give a little bit of color. Yeah, you can spend way too much money there. I know. I'm telling. I've got to slow my roll a lot. Let's put another one. Let's see. Let's put one one down there. Let's put that one down there. You see how I gave the stem a bend? They are not real flowers. They are faux. They are beautiful, aren't they? Oh, come on. I need it to go in just a little bit more. Okay. Oh, don't like it. Let's take it out. Ugh. It is totally okay to take things out if you do not like the placement, okay? You can even use a hairdryer to warm up hot glue to loosen it enough that you can pull it out. I have totally done that before. Giving it a good bend because I want it to go with the grain of the grapevine. Gonna add it right there. Okay, one more. I love playing with ribbon, so a lot of my wreaths do have big bows on them, but not these. Am I dipping it in glue? Yes, I am. Off camera, right there, is a small glue skillet, and I'm simply taking my stems and dipping it in the melted glue. Okay, so 3. You always do placement before gluing because you know I'll move it. Yeah, that's very, very smart to do. Okay, now let's tackle this ginormous spray from Hobby Lobby. It was $14 at Hobby Lobby. I believe I probably got this probably in February because that's when they start putting things out. And if you are a wreath maker, you have to start the next season of products and florals, the next season like 6 months ahead. It sounds crazy. I know before I got into the business, I did not understand why Hobby Lobby had Christmas out in May, but now I do. So I cut it in half. Isn't that pretty? All right, now, you cannot leave it like this. You have paid for all of this beautiful florals and all of this beautiful greenery. You have to make it come to life. And that means you're going to touch each and every piece. I love the berries. Aren't they pretty? You're just going to go through. Everything has wires. Go through, even it all out, spread it all out. Until it looks like this. Let's do the other one. Oh, I need to cut this part. I may have to get my big dogs out. Those are what I call my huge pliers. To cut this. I know, I'm pretty sure. So many are already making fall and Christmas. That is my plan. I got to get on it. Because once September hits, wreath making season is on. And I am usually so busy just filling orders. I don't have time to make new things. So, and I really would love to use all of the beautiful supplies that I have here in my workshop. That was looking a little crazy. That's okay, we'll fix it. All right, next up, we have 2 pieces. We need to decide where they're going. So let's do a dry fit. So I can put this one right here. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. I love it. I love these colors. And then we can put this one up here. Oh my goodness. That is gorgeous. Okay, that's what I'm doing. Now, I know that is not going to slide into this super tight grapevine. It's just not going to. So let me get my big dogs out. This was a gift from Santa that my husband gave me. Love, love. Me too. It's so pretty. And I'm going to cut this. I'm going to leave about 2 inches. They have stem cutters that you can purchase, like floral stem cutters. They are a one-day purchase because they are really pricey. And I don't really use that much. Let me try it one more time. So for right now, we're going to use these we're going to use these $25 big, huge bolt cutters instead of getting a stemming machine. Hold on, let's see. You need a pair of these. They're linked in the Amazon shop because I actually think Santa got them from Amazon. Oh, okay, so here's what's happened. When I cut that paper off, it started going crazy. So I'm gonna trim this up just a little bit. These are wires that are hanging out of the bottom. Let's trim these off. Okay, this piece is going in the bottom. So I'm actually going to put it right here, coming down. Gorgeous. Call it the master key. It does cut locks off. It does cut locks off. Okay, so here's what we have. There's our situation. It is a little bit messy. It's not like, not super happy with it. But I think I'm going to be able to cram it up under this grapevine down here. I'm going to loosen this up a little bit with my needle nose pliers. Where did I get my wreath easel? Hold on, let me put this in, then I'll tell you. I'm going to take it and dip it in the hot glue. And then I'm going to get it up under this piece of grapevine. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Hold on. Okay, let's try that again. It's not going where I wanted it to go. I need it to slide up under the grapevine. Just, there we go. Ow. I did get burned. Slide it up under the grapevine just a little bit. Now I'm gonna leave that alone right there, okay? Once it dries, then I'll move it around a little bit. Where did I get my wreath easel from? My little girl? It is simply a very lightweight, super inexpensive art easel that was in our daughter's like art kit. And one day when I first started teaching, when I first started making wreaths, I thought, what can I put these on? And you can buy wreath easels, beautiful wreath easels on Etsy, but I didn't want to spend it. I just wanted to see how I could make it work. So I took it from my little girl. It is a lightweight, like balsa wood art easel with a 5-pound weight on the back of it, because I'm classy like that. All right. Here we go. We're gonna go in back on this side, back here. Oh, that's much easier. Now I'm gonna leave it there because I don't want to move it until it like sets up. So let's just leave it there for just a minute. So here is what my art easel, wreath easel looks like. Super janky, but it works, right? That is so beautiful, y'all. I love it. I love how the things are coming out of the top and things are draping on the bottom. I wish I had 2 of them, but they are sold out at my store. Has anyone else seen these at your Hobby Lobby? I bet they're all gone. Let's put this back underneath the work table to clear my space. Now, here's what we have left. I love these. These came from Michael's. They were $10 a bush. Love it. Yeah, your $5 one from Target might work. Just put it like a brick on the back of it. You've been on the look for one. Hey, you can buy them new at Hobby Lobby. They're probably $15 once they're half off. So go see what you can find. Okay, so let's see. Not really sure how many of these beautiful things that we are going to use, but oh, the flowers. Yeah, I can't find them. You went to Hobby Lobby yesterday and you were shocked at how little flowers they had. Don't say that. It's like the it's like the craft Armageddon. Okay, now this has set up, so I'm gonna go back in here and move this. I'm gonna bend this over so it follows with the shape of the wreath, just like this. Okay, my greenery that I love, the little pieces keep falling off. Please don't add any more to it. Girl, please. Of course I have to add some more to it. Not a lot, I promise, not a lot. Just a little bit. I gotta fill in some of this space. Let's take this piece and I'm gonna bend it so it's going up. Let me see if I can get a hold of it. Hold on, I'm gonna lay it down. Isn't that pretty? So you see how it's going straight down? I need to bend it just a little bit. I'm just gonna take it and bend my pieces. Not disturbing where it was glued in. I do not want to bother that. I want to leave that alone. Let's put some berries up top and some berries down low. This piece had a lot of berries. I love big sprays like this because it comes with so many different elements on it. Okay, so now we do have some bare spots like here. You can see there's one here. Got to get something back that way. Up here there's some, right there. So I'm not going to add a whole lot of flowers, but I do need to fill in those areas. Let's move this. Try to make it have its own little spot. Oh my gosh, so pretty. Okay, so let's start adding these pretty little zinnias. Thank you so much for everyone that is following me. I go live every Wednesday afternoon about 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. I go live every Monday morning about 10 o'clock after I get the children all at school. I love sharing wreath making tips and tricks that I have learned over the years here on TikTok. So if you are a wreath maker and want to learn more, or if you just want to connect with the community, I would love for you to join me. If you want to learn how to make a wreath for your front door, come on in. We always have fun. Let's add our first one up here. This piece has got to go down just a little bit. These have great wires. It keeps going back in the same spot. Those have great wires on them, so you can kind of bend them around. All right, let's add one right here in this little area. I'm leaving the greenery on there. It's not my favorite, but it's going to take up some visual space on the wreath. Dipping it in my little hot glue skillet. Just pull it out just a little bit. There we go. So pretty. Move that over, and one needs to go over here on the side. When you make your wreaths or your arrangements, you really want to make sure that you're be able to see something good, like goodness, like all around, like if you stood on the side or in the front or on the other side. So it's important to add pieces like all around, even on the side over here. So if you have been following me on the Tiki-Taki, you are going to know that I've been sharing how I use spray foam in my wreath workshop. And I have had so many people reach out and ask about the spray foam. So many questions. People have been sending me like personal messages, direct messages. How do you use it? What if you used it this way? Could you do this with it? So I decided that I would create a resource for you guys that answers all of the questions that I had been getting on TikTok, asking about how to use the spray foam. Why is it better than just regular floral foam? All the things. So I would love for you to check it out. There is a link for it in my bio. I just posted it today. It is in my Etsy shop. That's so pretty. Okay, so here's a great question. How do you store for upcoming sales? Well, are you talking about craft shows? Are you talking about craft shows? Let me know. So I'm just going through and I'm placing these evenly all around. You can see that there's lots of greenery here and no florals, okay? So I'm waiting for my friend right there to respond. Let's put this here. Trying to find a spot in this. Yes, craft fairs. Okay, so I tried craft fairs once when I first started and I hated it. So I do not do craft fairs, which means that I do not have a ton of pre-made wreaths in my workshop. I do have some that are listed and have not sold, but I don't really have that problem or that dilemma of I got to make all of these wreaths for the show because you do need a lot. What am I going to do with them? So I'm going to think back to what other people have recommended that do have craft fairs. Some people put them on hangers and like hang them all around their house. You can store them in boxes. Yes, that's what I was going to say. Thank you. Yep, put them in like a shipping box and then stack those boxes up. Why do I hate craft fairs? It just wasn't for me. Oh, this wreath. Hold on, guys. Craft fairs were not for me because I really am more of an introvert. I know it sounds weird that I'm on here chit-chatting with all of you. but I really am more of an introvert and not really a seller of what I was doing. Wreaths and craft fairs are really hard. Do I sell wreaths? Yes, I sell them on the Etsy. I'm getting my glue strings. Yes, I sell wreaths on my Etsy platform. You can find me on Etsy. Click on my link in the bio. I've got it all listed for you. I didn't want to have to talk people into buying my things. Does that make sense? So it really wasn't my thing. And, you know, I didn't know anything about craft fairs, craft shows when I first started, which is probably the problem. I did a couple of local events and sold absolutely nothing. And it was so much work. So much work. How hard is it to get peonies to someone in Florida? Like fake peonies? I can ship anywhere. Anywhere. But not real ones. Okay. That's my husband. He just got home. Craft shows are a ton of work. Yes, they are. I did 3, and that was it. And I was done with all that. But that is not to say that you cannot go and really enjoy your day. And you always have to think of things as being a learning experience. Just because I didn't sell anything didn't mean that I didn't learn. Always learn. Craft shows are hard in the UK too. I think they're hard everywhere. I think in our society, we are so used to not having that interaction with each other. And we're used to, you know, just buying things that we want online, which is why Etsy is fabulous. Hold on, I can't talk and put this down in the wreath. I like that, but I have a lot of green space back here. So what are we going to add to that space? Let's use a little bit of this stuff. This is a bush. I have it came from Hobby Lobby. It was only $8. Just a little bush. I'm going to go back in with this and add this just little extra greenery. Your husband did all the selling for you while you made bows. That is fantastic. I hope you have much success at your craft fair. I would love to know how it goes. There are lots of wreath makers that do very well. It's one of those things you just have to let go and learn. I think it's a great way of getting input and validation on what you're doing, because you can see, oh, people really like the mesh wreaths, or people really like the grapevine wreaths. Okay, so we got these. Now, I am going to use these sparingly. Have I ever made wreaths with crepe paper? No, but that sounds really cool. I'm just going to add these to the really bare spots, okay? Dipping them in my hot glue skillet. I'm going to add them right here. Just filling in that visual space because there was nothing there. There's another spot up here that I need to add. And we are almost finished. So everything that I make with you guys, it gets listed in my Etsy shop. So if you ever see me make something and you say, oh, I really love it, I'd love to have that, go to the Etsy shop. It'll be there. It might take me a few days, but it'll be there. Okay, let's see. We'll move this over just a little bit. See if I need to add any of this. Let's put a tiny one right in here. All right, guys. I think that's it. I love this. So pretty. Is it empty? What do you mean, is it empty? So let's get a close-up look of it. Wow. That is gorgeous. I love the colors. Look how pretty all the textures is. So I just filled in some of the really, really bare spots with a little bit of that wispy greenery. So pretty. So we took a 14-inch grapevine and we made it a whole lot bigger than 14 inches. Most of the supplies for this wreath was purchased at Hobby Lobby and Michael's, which is awesome. I love the airiness to it too. How pretty. So on the back, I have all of my stems. You see the stems poking out? So every time I finish with the wreath, I just turn it over on the back and I take the flat side of my wire cutters and I get it as close to the wreath as possible. And I clean it up as best that I can. Anything that's not secured, I will add just a dab of glue to. That's it, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate it. I miss my role as a teacher, and this helps me to fulfill that need by sharing with you all of my wreath making tips and tricks. I go live on Mondays in the morning and then Wednesdays in the afternoon about 4:30. I would love for you to join my message list, my email list. I just use it to remind you of when I'm going live and if I have a new tutorial that I can share with you. My videographer, which is my son, he's gonna take this video that we are making right now, jazz it up a little bit, and post it on YouTube. So you can also follow me over there. If you want to learn more about spray foam, I got a resource for you. I just finished it. It is a step-by-step video tutorial of how to use spray foam in your wreath workshop. Oh, my business name is the number 3 Little Greenwoods. I am 3 Little Greenwoods. TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Etsy. If you want to go straight to my shop, just click on the link in my bio and then click on the button that says Etsy shop. Yep, there you go. Thanks so much for sharing. You guys are awesome. Keep watching me on TikTok. Bye, everyone.